Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oluchumobi Daniel. In case you are new here, welcome to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching my videos and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I transformed my client. She walked in for makeup and I decided to film this look because I loved her hairstyle. Anyway, she's a wig maker and she's a wig boss, so this is one of her pieces she's wearing on her head. So guys, if you want to know how I transformed her, please keep on watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel. Let's get right into this. So yeah, my client here, she has a very dry skin like she said, but it didn't stop me from using primers on her because she was going to take her birthday pictures. So I moisturized her face first of all. Guys, I'm not in a place where I can really name all the products I use, but I'm definitely going to leave all of them down below in the description box. So this is a Cosrx moisturizer and I love it because it's very hydrating, and I chose to use it because she has a very dry skin. Okay, so moving ahead, after the moisturizer, I went ahead with my primer. So you guys already know that this brush is from Veebeauty set. This is a Veebeauty face brush and I love it because it's small and it can blend away. So after that, I went in to prime her face, just her T-zone areas, with my Becca pore mattifying primer. So if you notice that I just primed the T-zone and the other places still has the moisturizer on. So for her foundation, I mixed Nars foundation in Mali with Nubanbeauty foundation in D16 and using my favorite beauty sponge, the White Glam beauty sponge, to blend. So guys, I really love this Mali because it just suits well. I love buying foundations. I love buying different shades, different undertones, so that I don't have to, start looking for how to solve problems. I usually have extremely fair clients and extremely dark clients, and Lynn here is very beautiful. She has such a beautiful skin. I think she's the darkest person I've done makeup on this channel, if you check well. And if you think that is the same process I use in doing makeup on dark people, please watch my previous video. You can always tell that there is a difference. So I mix these two foundation because it's exactly her shade on her face. If you also notice, her body is way lighter than her face, but I didn't want to match her body with her face. So let me tell you guys one secret you need to know about people that are very dark skinned. People that are very dark skinned tends to get lighter after makeup. So I prefer to just maintain that particular shade on their face, because by the time you do the whole highlights and all, it will brighten up their skin and then it will have a perfect match with the body. I don't know about any other person, but for me, that's what I feel. So I did her brows even before the foundation. Reason is because dark people, I don't like doing their brows after foundation because their brows tends to disappear because of their complexion. So I prefer to do the brows because the brows actually structures the face, and if it disappears, I don't know. Anyway, some people use black pencils, some people use dark gel liners, but I'm a pencil person, so I decided to use just pencil. That's why I did the brows first. So if I was using a pomade, a brow pomade, I would have used the darkest shade and done her brows maybe after the foundation. So this foundation combination is exactly her shade for her face, and I'm just going to start matching up everything from the concealer. Okay, so moving ahead, this is this beautiful liquid blush from TM Essentials. Match me. What? Oh, sorry, I'm going to leave it down below. It's my first time of using it, so I don't really know the particular name, but I'm just going to leave that down below in the description box. You guys should forgive me. Okay, so I'm going to blend that in. I really love this color because it has a way it matches with her skin tone. I mean, if you check my other videos, you notice I use pure red on dark people, but there's something about Lee's skin that needs this actual color because I didn't want to use red because she has this Namibian kind of complexion, Namibian, Somalian, you know, so I decided to use this color because I didn't want to darken that area. I feel that the red will make it too dark. So this is more like a mixture of red and orange and brown all together in a bottle. So I use this on her forehead because these are places that the melanin tends to show well. The tip of the nose, the cheekbones, and the forehead. Guys, take note because this does a whole lot in makeup, especially when you're doing makeup on a very dark skin. So you really want those places to pop, then those are the places you need to place your blush. Okay, moving on, I use my Blood Beauty Cosmetics foundation in Rosette. You guys already know it's my go-to when it comes to contouring on a very dark model. So this Rosette is it's just like a shade darker than Lean, and I loved it because it has almost the same undertone as the blush I used. It adds this coffee chocolatey effect on that skin, and it's a must for me, guys. It's a must. I just reserved it for the contour. I haven't really seen someone I will use the bottle all over their face, so I prefer to use it for contour. So using that same beauty sponge, I'll just blend away, blend because I don't want any harsh lines, you guys. Because I notice that when some people do makeup on dark people, you tend to see the line of the contour, the line of the highlights, the line of the blush. No, guys, we're trying to make everything look uniform, like no harsh lines whatsoever. So moving ahead with concealer, I use these two concealers, the Born This Way concealer and my LA Pro. So the LA Pro I'm using is an Espresso. I love Espresso because it's just the best undertone that suits Lane, and I used it on the outer parts for highlight, and then I use another lighter one inside. So for the one I use inside, I use the Born This Way in Chestnut. Okay, so guys, when it comes to highlighting on dark people, you may need to be careful. A very little drop goes a long way. Reason is because if you try to use too much, guys, you're going to ruin everything and you might need to start all over. So this little goes a long way. The only thing it needs to do is just to brighten up certain places, and which is just the T-zone and just right under her eyes. Now I'm still going to reinforce that blush from what is left on my beauty blender, because you see that line there? That is where makeup starts going wrong. Once that line is showing, the highlight line on the cheekbones, that line is going to be a problem. So after blending, you're still going to go back with the other side of your beauty blender that you used for the blushing, and you just have to reinforce that blush so that you can minimize that line. I hate to see that line when I see makeup. It looks as if they sprinkled a little bit of highlight on top of it just to show that, guys, showing that line does not mean that the cheekbones will be snatched. it doesn't mean that. So you can still have your cheekbones snatched without the lines showing. It seems like I'm overemphasizing on this line, but the truth is that their makeup has to be fresh, makeup has to be subtle, makeup has to be minimal. And another line I have to talk about is that second fringe on her forehead. You can see that there, right? I'm not going to leave that. A lot of people just leave it like that. And if you're watching this video, then this video is for you. You have to go back and minimize that line. And after this video, and if you feel this video is interesting, you need to share it to your makeup artist friends. They need to watch this video. You share it on your Instagram stories. They need to watch this video, and that is the reason why I'm overemphasizing on the blending part of this makeup. So if you have been looking for how to learn how to do makeup on dark people, this video is for you. It is free. It's going to just cost you data. So watch it and learn a thing or two. Okay, guys? So let's move on. So you can see that I'm reinforcing. I didn't add contour around the nose area because, guys, I'm avoiding lines. And the moment there is the highlights there, the moment the highlight is there on the nose, is going to give the size an illusion of a contour. So what I just did was to use the side of the beauty blender that I used in blending the Blot's Beauty Cosmetics foundation I used earlier for the contour, to blend that part, just to, you know, just give an illusion of a contour. So guys, you can see how blended her face looks. You can see the lines are not showing anymore, just basically the highlights. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to set the under the eye. So now before setting, I'm still going back to blend, because when it comes to makeup, I love to be a perfectionist, and I wish you can also be that too. So when setting on a dark person, guys, when setting on a dark person, you have to take your setting powder little by little, and the powder I'm using here is my Merakcosmetics. This is the darkest shade from their setting powders, and I'm going to leave the name down below in the description box. So you can go like 3 coats, 2 coats, however you want it. But trust me, when you pick that powder from the pan, you need to dust it right back into the pan so that you don't have much on the beauty blender. So I'm trying to set and keep setting so that the setting powder will not be too much. So I'm setting everywhere that I highlighted. So you see that you can see a drop of setting powder falling off from under her eyes. Exactly, that is the way I want to leave it. So for the forehead area, you know that you can pass you can get to that boundary where the contour is. Whatever happens there, you need to blend that line off, you know, because if you don't, then you're going to be having lines everywhere on every part of the face. So guys, this is me. This is lean after setting. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to powder the entire face using my favorite powder palette, Nubanbeauty. So I'm using the 2 darkest shades in the palette on the parts that I did not highlight, and also I'll just pat a little bit on the area that she has the blush, because I don't want the blush to kind of smear or shift. So this is more like setting the blush a little bit. So I don't know, this brush was gifted to me by my husband's friend that came in from US. I can't remember the name on it, but I really love the brush. You guys already know I used to use my Nubanbeauty a lot, but this one also is good. I love how soft it is, and the fact that it's able to pick products and place it very well. Then I think I'm good to go. So I'm just reinforcing those areas. Okay, so more like contouring. Now I use the darkest shade on those parts that I contoured, and I'm going to also blend the sides of the nose, so that's basically what I'm doing. Wow. So I'm going to set the brow bone because of the concealer I used earlier in defining it. I just use a powder that is slightly lighter than what I used on her face, just a shade lighter, or let's say 2 shades lighter, because I wanted to brighten there up a bit, and I used the darker one, the darker shade, to blend the inner part of the eye and also giving an illusion of a contour, nose contour. So guys, you can see how I'm blending that because I really don't want harsh lines too. I don't want the nose to look contoured. Just adding shadows in those areas. I'm sure you saw the after video and you can see that the nose does not look lined. It doesn't need to. So for bronzing, I'm going to be using Fenty bronzer in Mocha Mami. So this Mocha Mami is amazing. It's an amazing bronzer. I love the undertone. I love what it's giving. It's just more like bringing back the melanin on her face. So I'm just going to use it. Some people use it as blusher. So I'm also applying on the cheeks, the apple of the cheeks, and also as a bronzer, everything together like that, Okay, so using my favorite face angle brush from Nubanbeauty. I don't know the number, but I'll leave it down below too. So you guys blend. Make sure that bronzer is not looking like a line. You can see how her face still looks very soft, calm, and not scary, So most people always are very choosy when choosing makeup artists to do their makeup, especially when they are very dark. And trust me, after watching this video, you will have people calling on you to do their makeup. They won't be like, oh, you only know how to do fair people. It should be a moi that slays all skin tones. So moving on with eyeshadow, I use my P. Louise eyeshadow base in 05. I chose this because it's not bright. I think this is 003 or so. Anyways, I'll leave that below. I can't remember, so I'm just going to leave that below. So I didn't want to film the eyeshadow part because I believe that I've done something like this already on this channel, and I wish I did something else, but this was her request, and this is the most requested eyeshadow in my studio. When clients come in, I want something light gold. Okay guys, I didn't know that I even filmed this part because I kind of fast forwarded it thinking that it was going to move fast because I've done this look before for you guys. I'm going to leave it up there so that you guys can watch my client's most requested makeup look. So okay, so for the eyeshadow, I use my Diva palette, my Kamsiscollection Diva palette for the brown tones. Then I use the gold tones from the Blossom Cosmetics African Queen palette. So I just finished up, lined her eyes, and the lashes I'm using are from Nubanbeauty. They don't have numbers, they don't have a name, so it's just from Nubanbeauty. I don't think they've numbered them yet, but I love the styles, and so I purchased from them. So trying to place the lashes. She's very sensitive, her eyes are very sensitive, so okay, so you guys can see lashes really does a great difference. I actually wanted to do shorter lashes, but because we're going for this natural look, I wanted at least her eyes to pop a little bit. It's not like the lashes is, it's not like it's heavy, but it just suits her eye. She's got sensitive eyes, so I'm trying as much as possible to press down the lashes. So guys, after placing those lashes, you have to press it down, and the best way to press it down is to press your hands on wet wipes and then press it down so that the glue will stay together with the artificial lashes will press in with the natural lashes. So now I want to brighten up under her eyes, and I'm using my Sephora powder in tan 60. This is more like I don't know if it's the darkest, but it seems to me like it's the darkest, but it still looks a bit lighter than lean. So I chose it because I love the color blend and it blends so well with her skin tone. So I'm going to leave all products down below. So I'm using this brush from my Real Technique brush. I've had this brush for years and I'm not planning to discard because it is very strong. It doesn't wear out like other brushes. I mean, this is the strongest brush I've had since 2017. Yes, that was when I actually purchased the brush. Okay, so after that, I'll make sure that everywhere is properly blended, and then I'll go ahead to place the blush. So when choosing blush for very dark people, you may need to use the red or the orange. So for the blush, I used the orange blush. So I used the orange color from my Veebeauty palette because I love Veebeauty. It distributes very well, and I just use a little from it. And for the brush I use in applying, I use the same brush I use for the bronzing. I loved using that brush for the blushing because it helped me to sweep better. So the best ways you can place your blush, you can place and you can sweep. You can place and then later you sweep. So for the glow, guys, I learned something new. I am never going to be using powder highlighters on dark people again. If I see more, because I really want to get new cream highlighters like this from there are these people is a high-end brand though, but I love the fact that they have other shades that also suits light-skinned people, because I really don't like powder highlighters again because I feel that it doesn't give me that luminous blend. So for this, I'm using TM Essentials in Bomb, and this is the only highlighter I'm going to be using. This is their cream glow, but I'm not going to use powder highlighter ever again on dark people. So this I'm applying with the same makeup sponge from Cosmetics, and I'm going to use it on her T-zones. You can see that it has this mild glow, and trust me, when you pick that liquid highlighter, please can you just smear it round on at the back of your pan so that you don't put too much of it, because if you go direct from the pan, it's definitely going to cluster and it can move your makeup. So you have to be extremely careful when doing that. Okay, so I went ahead to use my Zara mascara just on her lower lashes, just on her lower lashes. Okie dokie. So I didn't film the lips. It's going to be in another video how I created this nice subtle lips on a melanin skin. So guys, this is the end of this video. Basically, I glowed her body using the TM Essentials oil. I mixed it with my Melanin Muse Gleam Melanin Muse illuminator in deep gold, as per usual on every dark skin. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and please watch all my other videos. I'm going to be leaving everything up there for you guys to watch. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for following up with all my videos, and please do watch this one and share to your friend. Trust me, you're going to be changing their makeup game if you share this video. I love you guys all. Please bear with me. I know that I am not so consistent with coming on here, but trust me, I'll be telling you why I've not been consistent. That will be in another video when it's time. I'll tell you guys the reason why I've not been consistent. So I didn't show you guys, I sprayed her face using the Morphe. I would have sprayed her face even before the glow up, but it's fine. It's fine because I blended well, so her face didn't look as powdery as I thought it would be. So this is the finished look. This hair was slayed by Lee's Signature, and I'm definitely buying this hair because I love it so much. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys, and see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.